Hi friends, thank you for joining me again today at Mr. Kane's Storytime. It is Tuesday, May the 19th, 2020, and we're just getting back from having a long weekend. There was some nice weather, but overall, I don't know. It'd be so much nicer if it was nicer out, right? I'm still waiting to be able to go out in shorts and not have to have a coat. But oh well, it is what it is. I'm so glad that you're here today. I just want to remind you all that Miss Maureen and I would love nothing more than for us to be together, and I would also love to get a haircut, but can't have anything to do with that. It's just growing out the way it is. Know that we would all, Miss Maureen and I would love to be with you at school, obviously, but this is the next best thing that allows us the opportunity to continue our love of sharing stories. Plus we have our daily Circle Not Circle on Google Meet each day, Monday through Friday, unless it's a holiday, at 11 a.m. each day. And this week, Miss Maureen and I will be coming out doing Safe from a Distance visits on Thursday and Friday. So I sent out a message to your parents last night to fill in the time slots so that we can stop by for a small visit and check in with everybody. Anyway, enough of my blubbering away. Let's get started. We're all together again, we're here, we're here. We're all together again, we're here, we're here. And who knows when we'll be all together again. Well, we will be together again tomorrow at 11 a.m. for Circle Not Circle, and I saw you earlier today anyway, so we're staying connected. We're all together again, we're here, we're here. And like I mentioned, we had a long weekend. Yesterday was Holiday Monday, which means that today is Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. Tuesday is here. Everybody cheer. Today is Tuesday, all day long. All right, let's get to today's book. It's called Read This Book If You Don't Want a Story by Richard Phillips and pictures by Eric Zells. And like all books, many of them come with cover jackets to protect them. I'll remove that. Sometimes they have different artwork on the interior cover. Sometimes it's the same. In this case, it's the same. All right. Let me get comfortable and begin. The Book with No Story is the name of this book. No elves that are naughty, no pirates with hooks, no frogs become princesses, no dogs driving cars, no rockets on journeys to Saturn or Mars. I'll show you no pictures, no scares and no thrills, no cows on trapezes, no fish with big gills, no polar bears on snowboards, no quacking duck bills. Hello? Excuse me, how can a book have no story? Who said that? Page 6? Look up in the upper left corner. Well, page 6, because I am the book with no story, and I should know. The book with no story is me, and I alone decide whether or not I tell a story. Now, where was I? Ah, yes, no polar bears on snowboards, no quacking duck bills, no cyclists on high wires, no acrobat skills, no bears that are fuzzy, no genies gone bald, because the book with no story is what I am called. No once upon a times, no happily ever afters, no roller skating llamas to indulge or induce laughter. No uplifting ending when the beginning was sad, no story at all, period. Too bad. Shouldn't I have some say about this too? Who's asking? Page 8. Hi, and welcome to my cool page. Do you like it? What is going on here? I agree with page 6. Every book needs a story. I don't care, page 10. I will not tell a story in any way. We've turned the page on page 6. It's history. Well, if you're not going to have a story, at least have a cool picture of a monkey taking a selfie. What is this? I said no pictures, page 11. Didn't you read that on page 5? How can I read page 5? I'm page 11. Hello. Hello. Listen to me, pages 1 through 11. I have no story, and I mean it. I'm the book, and I say what kind of story to tell. Aha, you said story. I made a mistake. No, you didn't. Yes, I did, page 12. No, you didn't. Go away, page 13. The pages are trying to take over. May we ask why you don't want to tell a story, Mr. Buck? Because I just don't. But what's the point of a book with no story? Don't you want the reader to be entertained? For the last time, no. For the last time, why not? Because maybe I just don't have to tell a story, okay? Now, are you satisfied? Aw, come on, Mr. Book. We can help you tell a great story. Go for it, page 16. This book is kind of silly. Once upon a time, Prince Porkchop Lover discovered that Princess Leaping Pickle had been kidnapped by a giant woolly tundra snail. Stop, 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 stop. What is this nonsense? We just wanted to inspire you with a super cool opening. I don't want to be inspired, page 17. I just want to be a book with no story. And especially without a giant woolly tundra snail, whatever that is. Now leave me alone. Not very collaborative, this book. Do you know what you need, big fella? What? A big hug. A big hug. Yes, a big hug from all of us. A hug big enough to squeeze out the story we know that's inside of you. Oh, good grief. Reader, can you please close the book for a moment? We're all going to give the book with no story a big, huge hug. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hug, Mr. Book. I'm going to close that for privacy. And then reopen it and see what happens. Sometimes it takes a big hug to inspire someone to do great things, right? Hey, there are some words coming out, but they're all crooked and smushed up together. Ready to tell a story now, big fella? I can't even breathe. Oh, come on. Haven't you ever been bear hugged before? I have. Let's try something else. Do us another favor, reader. Can you shake Mr. Book 3 times? I can do that. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what happens next. There. Shake, shake, shake. Ah, that's better. Thank you, reader. Now, Mr. Book, the words seem to be pouring out of you. How do you feel? Frogs, dogs, pirates, thrills, Mars, story, magic. I can't breathe again, but I think my pages have come loose. Trust us, Mr. Book. Your pages have been loose for a long time. Ready to tell a story? I guess so. But I'm still afraid I don't have anything interesting to tell. Fish, elves, stories, snowboards, duck, roller skates. Well, you'll never know if you don't try. Okay. Here goes. Whoa. Once upon a time, there was a book who felt he had no story to tell. But then his annoying pages gave him a hug and talked his readers into shaking his words loose and told the book he was capable of telling a story. The end. How is that? Meh. Meh? We think you can do better. Better? There's magic in you, Mr. Book. You just have to let it out. Oh. And this page is full of letters and words like eureka and hug and Mars and meh and better and duck and acrobat, like all the words that have been in here so far. Okay, let me think. Eureka! That means bing! I have an idea. I have an idea, he says. Why don't we all create stories with the words we already have? I'll start. Once upon a time, there was a timid book who thought he had nothing to say, and then, did the polar bear really have a snowboard? And I wonder if the pirate had a broadsword. I want to know more about the elves who are naughty. Do you think they eat up all the chocolate biscotti? Could that genie really fly to Saturn or Mars, or ride with dogs driving fancy cars? A book full of stories is what I'd become. Imagine a story and let's have some fun. Imagine a poem, imagine a play. But don't ever imagine you have nothing to say. I love the art in this book. And that, my friends, was Read This Book If You Don't Want a Story by Richard Phillips. I am so glad that you were able to join me today for Mr. Kane's Storytime. I just want to remind you that I'll be back again tomorrow at 2:30 in the afternoon. But I will probably see many of you at 11 a.m. on Google Meet for Circle Not Circle. I hope you had a wonderful day of learning. Check out the dojo to see all the postings I have done from all of the videos that you've sent in to me on WhatsApp. If you have any questions about this book, the one that has no story to tell, which ultimately did have a story to tell. There was a story even though they thought there was no story. Anyway, on that note, have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for joining me. Sending you out a big bear hug. Bye, friends. See you later.